It's August the 2nd, 2026, Sunday morning, approximately 8:01 or 8:02. So, I was shopping about 3 weeks ago, and I ran into someone that I knew about 15 years ago, and she was telling me all the things I did for her. It reminded me of what the important thing that I did was. Okay, she was suffering from some blackouts. Like she would lose consciousness and destroy her own property or other people's property. And she would hurt herself and hurt other people as well. And she just was trying to figure out why. She's not the type of person that goes and sees a psychiatrist and stuff like that. She's in the adult entertainment industry. She was. And I'll tell you after, the end result and how good she's doing now. But anyway, another angel came to me. There's millions and millions of angels, maybe billions or trillions. They're all over the galaxy. But anyway, so the angel goes, listen, she has a problem. And the problem was these blackouts and stuff like that. And he says, I got to fix it. And I said, well, I don't know anything about blackouts and how to fix them. And the angel says, we'll guide you and we'll be there for you to help you. All right. So start to learn about these kind of things, about blackouts and how they happen and everything. And try to remember she's in the adult entertainment industry and she's dealing with a lot of different types of males. And she does have a boyfriend, but she never keeps a boyfriend for long, regardless of her occupation. She's a very beautiful girl. A lot of men would want to be with her, or male people, I guess. So I got to figure this out. Did the reading on her, did her life story, because I have to have her have confidence in me as well to understand that I'm going to do the best I can to help her in her problem. So she said, man, I don't understand how I can get over this. I'm not going to go see a specialist. I'm not going to do anything like that. If you can help me, she got to know me a little bit. And she says, if you can help me, then that's a different story. Now I try to remember this was around 2005. So my father has been passed away for a year approximately. But the last car I have that he fixed for me and stuff like that, he put a little safety feature in it. That car's no longer with me. But it was like, he would watch these movies and stuff like that, and he saw these plexiglass things that he could put in the car to protect me in case something bad were to happen, or to use it all the time. Now, I told my father, I said, I don't want to use something like this all the time. They'll lose their trust in me. But it's just a little button that he put near the console. I just have to push it, and this plexiglass will come up so that the person in the car with me can't hurt me. I've never really had to use it except this for this lady. So anyway, I first got to invoke an episode. So that means known her about almost a year now, became friends and everything, and she got me to read everybody that she knows. And so I told her it's about time that we try to do this because I don't know how long you're going to be around me. And she's like, well, you're a psychic and you should know. I said, I kind of know and I kind of don't know because the angel is explaining everything to me as we go. So I don't have very much information about your future. So she said, I get it. So now I got to invoke an episode and I got to go to all her triggers. And sometimes you got to be afraid of what you got to do if you're going to do something dangerous, and this is dangerous. And yet, people shouldn't try to invoke people and push their triggers unless they've got some plan or an idea of how to help the individual. And I do, and under the circumstances, I tell everybody I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist. I am just a person with a psychic ability that if I can help you, I will. So, I I got her to do the episode, and she went into her state, and she went and blacked out, and then she went crazy. She started smashing things. I did push the button because I did have a little bit of fear, and I knew that there's nothing really that could hurt her in the passenger side of my car. The window was closed. I have automatic locks. She can't open the door, but she's freaking out, punching the plexiglass, hitting the console. And that was a bigger, almost 3 or 4 minutes, which is a long time. And I was just hoping that nothing bad would happen to her. Because vehicles, property, no problem. You know what I mean? At the time, I was doing so great, uh, I could have bought another car easily. But anyway, episode's over. And she goes to me, she goes, "What did I do?" And so at first, she didn't know that I had this little button that brought up this glass thing, the plexiglass. So she goes to me, she goes, "Please show me what I did." And I said, "Well, just relax and look to your right. You've got scratch marks all over your door handle and all that. Look at the look at the dash in front of you. That was never there. You've got all scratch marks and claw marks in there." And then I put up the plexiglass. It says, "Check this out. You almost broke this thing to get to me." So I know now that most of her anger is probably pushed towards male individuals and people that she thinks have done her wrong. So I'm not talking to her now and I'm saying, "Do you think I've done you any wrong?" And she goes, "No, you never. You've always been fantastic. You're helping me. You've read all my family. No, you're great." So I said, "Okay, what is this? What makes you get into this?" So then the angel goes to me, she goes, "Now you're going to have to trust her. And you're going to have to invoke another episode in 1 month from now with no protection and see what she does." Because she's telling me the truth, that she's not blaming me for anything or nothing like that. It's not got nothing to do with me. It's got nothing to do with my sex. Like, I'm a male, she's a female. It's got nothing to do with any of these things other than you need to trust her. And that's the tough part because trusting is hard. And that's what the angel said. You got to do it with nothing. So, a month goes by. I told her I'm going to do it. I invoke another episode. And sure enough, she starts to go nuts. And I said, "Well, Angel, what am I supposed to do? I'm in harm's way now. I might get hurt. What's going on here?" And she goes, "Give her a hug. Just hold her." So I used all my energy and all my abilities, and I just held her, and she moved and squirmed and tried to, use energy, force against me, but she wasn't hurting me. She was just moving and trying to just move, I guess. But that slowly dissipated, and her eyes went back to normal, and the episode was over. And this time, she kind of remembered. She goes, "You were hugging me." And she was in the state of blackout, but she was remembering. So as long as she can remember, she can control it. And that's what I think the trick is. I never invoked another episode, and she never got another episode by herself, she said. So I meet her, 15 years later? It was 2006. Yeah, about 15, maybe something like that, 20 years. Yeah, she got married to a professional, you know, and making great money. She's a stay-at-home wife, 4 kids. She loves her life. They're not missing anything. She says she has a 7-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 17-year-old. So after she didn't see me, she must have gotten married, met the person, or got pregnant, and the guy probably had to marry her. Those things I don't know 100% how it worked, but she was telling me that her life was great and that I was the one that helped her get through these blackout episodes. And I like a good ending like that. Yeah, I think so. If you do the math properly, it was almost 20 years ago, I figure. By 2006, 2007, And you had 20 years. Yeah. So that's why the 17-year-old would be there too. And yeah, she wants to keep in contact with me, but I told her I'm a pretty busy person. And I can do psychic stuff over the phone too. You know what I mean? So I just said, call me. And I can do what I can on the phone. So that's what I like about this story. It's got a good ending so far. All right. Birdie signing out.